And so each tribe started identifying itself along with the land where they have almost permanently settled as part of their land. And therefore we have now tribe-specific land in many of these areas of Northeast and other parts of the country. Coming back to the land issues in the Northeast, I have been one of the students who have been part of these land studies right from the days that we have done our MSCs and even before that. And till today, I find every time it is a discovery. The diversity is so rich. Every tribe has its own system. Within the tribe, every village, and perhaps within the village, some household will have different ways of doing it. Inherited in this part of the country is better than elsewhere lineage, and the women are not part of that inheritance. Community, like any other major tribe in the north, 75 households could be deprived of that land, or the word community from that planning purpose or purpose. On the other hand, if you are planning a village road as a community activity, maybe every household will be part of that. Similarly, in Garo Hills, you'll see many of the Nokmas would like to really control the land rather than taking all the household, all the families. And you have very typical system of land system, again among the cookies, and more democratic system of ownership among the markets. So there are lots of varieties, and I'm sure many of these will be part of our continuing areas of research and studies. Friends, we have many people to speak to over the next 2 days, and I'm sure, especially I'll request my colleagues in MLCU be part of these deliberations so that many of these land issues could be part of our research areas in which we can take up as academic activities.
We are here, though not in a big way, still we are missing two states of Northeast India, Mizoram and Arunachal, but we are sure we'll be able to reach out to them, we'll be able to make it a real Northeast Land Conference, continue to work around that. And I'm really happy for all of you coming in, and I'm seeing many old and new faces to connect, converse and around land tenure, learn about land tenure more in Northeast. This is something very important to us who are working in land community in India. We have been organizing this India Land Development Conference over the last 3 years. But when you look at Northeast, we see a kind of learning, a kind of interest, a kind of diversity which has not only explored less, but also at a crossroad now, and which can provide a big learning to others. So I see in that way when you look at Northeast. This is a very, as Dr. Darlow was telling, as the communities came, historically they migrated in the settled in different parts of Northeast. They also flourished in new kind of diversity around tenure, culture, biodiversity which continued. And it has given rise to a kind of complexities which provides a lot of learning for other people. If you look at the land governance and administration of the part of India, it will be again little layered, not only like other part of the world, because in India land is a state subject. So there is a central government, there is a state government, then in some part of India, Gram Panchayat or tribal village assembly which decide the way land is governed. But when you come to Northeast, we find distinctly another 2 layers. Even what center decides is also not common. We have 371, 371C, 371G. So there are different provisions, schedule area provisions in for constitution. State has a role to play. Beyond the state and within the, if you look at the state and the village, in between you have ADCs, you have clan leaders, you have HOHOs, you have CBOs, you have church who also influence in a great way the way land is governed in Northeast India. And most importantly, in Northeast India, land governance in most part of it is village based. So it is village which decide the land governance. That way it is a very unique form of decentralized, localized land governance, which in spite of documentation, in spite of cadastre, has been running effectively and very positively over years.
Partners, starting with Mihind Dono from NERCOM. this association?
I remember Longding, Zedua, and all these places. Women and men would work together in the agriculture field, and they would sing together, making the work more pleasurable. The same I saw a little bit in Nagaland, but depending on which district it is. But when men started getting to leave because there were crossfires, there were surveillance on the men, the women did the work. And when women did the work, you find that women are still doing that same work and the men are still missing, not because of militancy, because they are doing something else. They could be doing something productive, but a lot of them do something very unproductive, which is drinking, which is injecting, which is deserting their wives and going somewhere else. So I'm sorry to become so pessimistic.
Yes, Reena Chandran.
Be sitting with the audience this morning and listening to everyone here and not standing here speaking to you. But Pranab doesn't take no for an answer, as many of you know. I'm not from the Northeast, as you can tell, but I have been reporting on land rights issues across the country and the wider Asia region for nearly 4 years now. I've not written as many stories about the Northeast as I would like, but perhaps that will change now after this conference. I want to tell you about my experience with another region that I'm not very as familiar with. It's a misnomer who we interacted with yesterday, who are keen to cover more of your stories and are hopefully now better equipped to do so. I'm encouraged that, like you, women across the country are taking to the streets to fight injustice and hold authorities to account, despite the threats of violence and alienation, even within their own families. The fight is not easy, but know that you are not alone, that the world wants to hear your voices and your stories. The Northeast is often forgotten in the clamor of noise from Mumbai and Delhi, but know that your stories are important, that your struggles matter, and that your voices count. So thanks, Pranab, for twisting my arm to do this. I hope this conference will only be the start. And like this little step that I'm standing on that makes me look taller, I hope we will all hold each other up for the fight. Thank you.
Great, the Organizing Secretary and Dean Research MLCU to deliver us the vote of thanks.
Our chief guest, thank you so much. Such a beautiful speech that you have given us, and for gracing this occasion at this Sir Pranab, Sir Mihin, Sir Dimgong, Dr. Monisha, all of us here together. Although with limited resources and time, leaders like NARCOM, even resources, and NEN, NRMC, MLCU, RNBA, let's please give them a round of applause. Academic, research, and non-academic actions on land, laws, locals, and livelihood, so that we, with his